Today's topic is about protein energy malnutrition or otherwise called as PEM. But before that PEM, we will look about the malnutrition. Malnutrition include both the thing overnutrition as well as undernutrition. So in the world, obesity have affected 1.9 billion adults. That is one extreme, that is overnutrition, while 492 millions are underweight. That is another extreme of the malnutrition. So over both the side of malnutrition, lots of peoples are affected. But in India, undernutrition is major part, that is 42.5 percentage. In this undernutrition, most of have stunting and wasting, while moreover 20.4% have overweight also. Only 44% have normal BMI, means body mass index. Further, 45% of death in children under 5 year of age are due to undernutrition. So basically, if we are talk or we can care of this undernutrition, we can prevent mortality under 5 year of age. Further, in this protein energy malnutrition, it is categorized two things: chronic malnutrition as well as acute. For the chronic, insufficient intake of nutrition or absorption over a long period of time. Of sufficient intake is there, but absorption is affected due to any pathogenesis or diarrhea, that can also lead to the chronic malnutrition. Further, manifestation are more when it occurs in growing age, particular in a growing age, particularly in the teenagers and younger childs, the requirement of nutrition is more, and during that time if malnutrition is occurring, the manifestation and sign and symptoms are developing quickly and more, particularly in growing age. One more, that is acute malnutrition. Sudden reduction in intake and quality of nutrition will lead to the acute malnutrition. So this malnutrition measured with the help of WH-Z score, that's called weight by height Z score, as well as MUAC, that is mid upper arm circumferences. Now, as per that WHO, that acute malnutrition is also called a moderate acute malnutrition, MAM, and that is based on the WH-Z score, that is -2 to -3, and MUAC, that is mid upper arm circumference between 11.5 to 12.5 centimeter. Further, another name is given, that is severe acute malnutrition, where WH-Z score is further lower, less than -3, and MUAC, that is less than 11.5 centimeter. Sometimes these two combinedly called as a global acute malnutrition. So this terminology just you have to remember. Further, this PEM, at one end of this PEM or malnutrition, that is a marasmus. The meaning of marasmus, first it is a Greek word. So Greek word meaning of marasmus, that is wash to waste, which results from a continued severe deficiency of both dietary energy as well as protein. So both deficiency, energy as well as protein is not there. So primary calorie inadequacy is seen, and secondary to this energy or calorie, protein deficiency is also found. At the other end of this malnutrition, there is a kwashiorkor, where isolated deficiency of particularly protein along with adequate calorie intake is seen. So sometime what happen, both calorie as well as protein is deficient, but in some patients or some condition what is seen, particular energy is provided, but in that diet or food stock protein is not sufficiently given and leading to the kwashiorkor formation. So kwashiorkor means sickness the older child get when the next child is born, a term from the local language of Ga tribe of Ghana. Simple, when second child is born, the first child get neglected for the nutritional purpose, and that can lead to the kwashiorkor formation. In detail, we will look. So before that, WHO classification of malnutrition. So here type of PEM, which is based on the percentage of body weight compared to the standard weight, edema is present or not, deficiency in weight for height. So according to this, if particular body weight compared to the standard weight is about 60 to 80 percentage, but with there is no sign of edema and deficiency in weight for height is not there, that is called underweight child. Further, nutritional dwarfism, also here body weight, that is percentage of body weight, that is less than 60 percentage and no other sign. But marasmus, here you have to remember that edema is not present, but deficiency in weight for height is seen, as well as percentage of body weight is less than 60 percentage. Further, kwashiorkor, here body weight is between 60 to 80%, but particularly edema is found. Further, if edema is present, further there is a percentage of body weight is also less than 60 percentage, and deficiency in weight for height, that can lead to the marasmuric kwashiorkor. Further, these causes of malnutrition, so simple: insufficient access to the food, poor water sanitation, inadequate health service, as well as inadequate maternal and child care, that can lead to the inadequate diet, and that is more common to lead to the development of disease. And due to that disease formation, child malnutrition that is continue, and that can lead to the disability and death. So that is the main cause of the malnutrition and adverse effect of the malnutrition. Further, some etiology is seen, and for that, the main primary causes are low income, low purchasing power, scarcity of the food supply, and overpopulation, which is most common particularly in a developing country, as well as ignorance and errorful food habit. That is the primary cause for this malnutrition. And these all things can lead to the secondary causes like obesity, insulin resistance and diabetes, hepatobiliary disease, metabolic and renal disease, insufficient infection, especially respiratory condition that can lead to the pneumonia development, diarrhea and intestinal malabsorption. These are the secondary causes which can also lead to the malnutrition. Further, the role of calorie and energy. Why basically we need energy? So simple: to maintain our basal metabolic rate, which is required for the breathing, blood circulation, digestion, as well as maintaining of muscle tone and body temperature. Apart from that, physical activity, mental activity, fighting against a different kind of disease, and for the growth we needed energy. While if that energy is not provided, that can lead to the particular protein energy malnutrition or malnutrition. So in this malnutrition we have seen that two extremities, marasmus and kwashiorkor. Now in detail of kwashiorkor we will look particular this picture that is typically showing that inflammation and swelling, but there is a child is under PEM or protein energy malnutrition. Here different thing is written, that is infection, sparse hair, swollen belly, decreased muscle mass, pellagra and apathy is seen typically in a case of kwashiorkor. So between 1 to 5 year old child it is generally seen. Etiology: main very low protein but calorie is given in the form of carbohydrate. So simply this is commonly seen when a new child is born, the older child is get neglected for the energy point of view or the nutrition. Apart from energy, it is basically nutritional point of view, so where protein is not given properly. In places where starchy food are main staple, here that kwashiorkor is most commonly seen. It is never exclusively dietary condition, but if that diet or nutrition is neglected, and along with that acute infection, that can lead to the kwashiorkor. Further, this kwashiorkor occurs in reaction to the emergency situation where particular diet or nutrition is not taken care. Kwashiorkor more likely in area where cassava, yam, plantain, rice and maize are staply taken, which are the starchy food. More carbohydrate is taken but less protein intake eventually leads to the edema and fatty liver. This protein is not taken, that will affect albumin formation, but due to infection immunoglobulin G increase due to associated infection, and that is the main mechanism of the kwashiorkor. Further, regarding this kwashiorkor clinical manifestation, you have to remember particular diagnostic sign, that is the edema which is seen over the face and lower limb, muscle wasting due to not present of the protein, chiliosis, angular stomatitis, anorexia that is found, watery diarrhea, and that can lead to the dehydration also. So common sign, that is hair which are sparse, soft and thin, as well as some protein are lost, amino acid are lost, so curls of the hair are also lost. Dermatitis, peeling and cracking of the skin is also found, particular due to edema. Moon face is seen, and sometimes anemia is also observed. Apathy, lethargy and irritable child is seen. There is a continued crying of the child is also observed. Growth retardation, simple due to protein is not available. Further, in this kwashiorkor, sometimes occasional signs are seen like flaky paint rays as well as fatty liver. Why this fatty liver? Because there is a decreased lipoprotein synthesis as well as there is the accumulation of this some VLDL portion in the liver. Laboratory finding like decreased serum albumin, particularly in kwashiorkor you have to remember this value, serum albumin that is less than 2 gram per deciliter, that you have to remember. the most important laboratory investigation. As well as in diarrhea, hypokalemia is also seen, means decreased potassium level. When liver biopsy is done, fatty or fibrous changes are also seen in the liver. So one more, that is serum cortisol level, it is found decrease in kwashiorkor. Now, another extreme of this protein energy malnutrition, that is marasmus. Here, particular low calorie. So, it is found below first year of life. Deficient in calorie. A marasmus is also a Greek word. The meaning of this marasmus is also to waste. Gross weight loss is also observed. Hyper alert and ravenously hungry child is observed. Children have no subcutaneous fat or muscle. Further, eventually starve to death. Immediate cause often is a pneumonia. So there is already energy is not there, protein is not there, and if added infection, that can lead to the pneumonia and death is possible, and that is mostly seen less than 1 year of life. Further, in this marasmus, clinical manifestation like muscle wasting, growth retardation, irritable and fretful children, particularly edema and hair changes are not seen. That is main difference in relation to the marasmus and kwashiorkor. Dehydrated due to diarrhea, shrunken, dry and atrophic skin is also seen. Variable, particular good appetite is sometimes observed, but often with diarrhea, so there is a appetite can be variable. Further, in laboratory, serum albumin is found normal, which is quite different from the kwashiorkor, but serum cortisol level that is found increased. Glucose tolerance test that is also normal, but hypoglycemic condition is seen. Potassium deficiency is also present and serum cholesterol level is low. So these are the main laboratory finding. Now in relation to the treatment of PEM, whatever the condition, either kwashiorkor or marasmus, the main response is found with the diet. Simply we have to add proper diet, that is 120 to 200 kilocalorie per kilogram per day. That is the main line of the treatment. Protein, that should be a 3 to 4 gram per kilogram per day. Protein should be added. When this energy calculated, in that protein should be taken care for adding of 3 to 4 gram per kilogram per day. A mixture of vegetable protein including that peanut or bengal gram, as well as milk protein, found very effective in the treatment of protein energy malnutrition. If this PEM is not controlled, lead to the permanent and irreversible functional deficit. So this PEM on a long run can affect intellectual capacity. So that is very dangerous for that child, and child is the future of world as well as that particular country. So that should be taken care. So that's all about the PEM, protein energy malnutrition, as well as kwashiorkor and marasmus.